Hello, my name is Ilya.
My name is Tyler. Together we make up Kovray, a couple that loves to play board games.
If you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button and stick around for more videos. Welcome to Check It Out. This is a series where we showcase various board games to you. On this week's Check It Out, we have Sonora.
Check it out, check it out, check it out. Sonora is published by Pandasaurus Games, designed by Rob Newton, and the illustrations are done by Tom Goyon. This game is a flick and write. Very similar to a flip and write, except you get to flick things. It's a 1 to 4 player game that takes 30 to 45 minutes to play, and it's a whole lot of fun. Let's take a quick look at how to play this game.
You'll begin by setting up. Each player will get a board and discs numbered from 1 to 5 alongside this handy dandy pen. Now your goal is to score the most points by the end of the game, which is 6 rounds. In each round, there's 2 phases, the flick phase and the write phase. You'll take turns flicking the discs onto the field. Once they're all set, where they end up and the numbers that they have on them matters because there's 4 minigames you'll play on your board. So let's talk about those. The Quiff Filler Zone is the only one that's competitive. What you're trying to do is, based on the numbers that you have and the values that you have, fill up little spots until all of them are completed. Once they are, if you're the first, you'll get the top number. However, if you're the second or onwards, you'll get the number beneath that. So you want to race your opponents to make sure you claim those points before them. With the creek bed, each one will be scored individually, so the value that you have. Based on your value, you'll go X, X, and then hit the O, depending on how many numbers you have. So for example, if you have a disc here that's 4, it'll look a little bit like this on the creek bed. Now at the end of the game, you'll score all the numbers you have circled. Now let's head on over to the canyon. Here you're going to try to capture as many cacti as possible by drawing various shapes. Depending on the number of your discs, you'll have different shapes you can choose from. By the end of the game, you'll want to count how many of each cacti you have, and that number will determine the score that you get.
Let's take a look at the mud cracks. First off, you'll sum the discs that are in that zone, and then you'll use that value to cross off the circles here on the board. Once you've crossed off circles that connect to one another, you can draw a line, and ultimately you want to create triangles, because triangles will get you points or other special things.
Now if you have any leftover values, you can also get some bonuses right here. Let's talk a little bit about bonuses. On each of these boards, you'll notice various shapes that signify the bonuses that can be won in this game as well. So there's animals that can go to different areas, so you can play in one minigame, but all of a sudden be playing in another one because of a bonus you acquired.
Chain reaction!
There's also 3 types of bonuses you can get. One is a reflick. Say you had a bad flick, you can flick again if you have one. The other one is shifting positions. All your discs are on the board, but your 1 is where you want your 5 to be. You can quickly swap those without bonus. And then there's also the discovery bonus, which allows you to take one of the animals right here and use their powers. Now after the 6 rounds, you'll total your scores and see who is the winner of the Desert of Sonora.
Winner, 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 winner.
So what do you think?
This is a lot of fun. I love games where you can get like these mass chain reactions, and Sonora is one of those games. I suffer from paralysis by analysis most times, so I'll sit there and be like, how can I get the best chain reaction? Not all the time does it win me the game, but it's fun to make chain reactions.
I think I've won most of the games of Sonora that we've played, and it is really funny because I'm the type of person that I'm just like, this is what I'm doing immediately, and then the next 20 minutes is me waiting for Tyler's turn.
It's not that long, but it's long. I'll give them that.
But overall, I really enjoyed this game. We love roll and writes, so this innovative flick and write was a must add to our collection.
Yeah, it's a really cool twist on a favorite mechanism of ours.
And all the art and all the animals are so pretty.
Yes, yeah. It's very satisfying to cross off boxes as well, so. What's your favorite map tile?
I really like the fox because you get to do all those shapes and collect all the cacti. And it's so satisfying to get those higher numbers because they kind of increase more and more as the more that you get. Although a lot of the games I've played, I've actually found myself pretty equal in all of them. Like I think I actually had a game where I had like 48, 50, 50, 48 and had a 200 score. So like I actually like dabbling a little bit in all of them. Maybe that's the key strategy.
I think it just like happens naturally if you use the chain reactions though.
Mhm.
Because I stick in the mud creeks, which is the triangle one, and I love just like crossing things off and making those triangles. It's very satisfying. But I personally believe that more reactions can happen in that space, so I tend to stick there.
Reactions are equal in all spaces.
Probably, yes.
Actually, I don't know. So why should you check it out?
Well, if you're looking for a twist on roll and rights, or if you just like roll and rights in general, Sonora is a blast. It's easy to pick up, pretty straightforward to learn, and it's one of those games where you just like grow and learn how to play it more and more as you go on.
It doesn't really get boring. I really like the games that we played. There's so many different paths you can take. And sure, you look at the mini games, you kind of try to figure out, well, obviously I'm going to do this and this. But because of the variability of where the discs land, you really have to adapt every single move, because maybe it's worth getting the bonus now because you'll compete and beat that person rather than getting it later.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I think the one thing we forgot to mention is there's some spaces on the board that actually double the value or shift in different spots. So it is a bit of a dexterity game in a sense, but I wouldn't really call it a dexterity game because after you flick those discs, literally anything can happen. It can like hit, bounce off, and switch everything. So it's a little bit of luck and a little bit of kind of optimizing how things turn out and adapting to those circumstances. So if that's something that appeals to you, maybe this is the game for you.
I like it. So why shouldn't you check it out?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think if you don't really like that random or dexterity element and want nothing to do with it, then maybe this isn't a game for you. Because there's only so much you can do to get the disc where you want it to go. So if you get frustrated easily because you're like, this is what I'm doing, this is the plan that I have, and this is where it's going, probably won't work out.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a fairly light game as well, so if you're looking for more of a heavy game, probably avoid Sonora, but who knows, maybe it's a good like start to your game night.
There are a lot of numbers too, so if you don't want to calculate the best combinations and that kind of piece and want to avoid numbers altogether, this may also not be a game for you.
Yes, yeah.
So overall,
Fun game! Sonora is a lot of fun.
we love Sonora. It's so much fun. We definitely cannot wait to introduce this game to people after the pandemic and everyone's vaccinated and we're all safe. So, but overall, we absolutely love it.
Yeah, would recommend. Pandasaurus typically never lets us down, so...
Not yet. Not yet.
So we're always looking forward to playing the next one they come out with.
So, our question for the day is...
If you were trapped in the Sonoran Desert and you could only bring one tool, what would that tool be and why?
Tool? It should be a board game.
No, I want to know people's survivor skills.
Okay, well tell him a tool and then tell me your board game. Yay.
Well, that's all the time we've got for today. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed what you saw here today, hit that thumbs up button, even hit that subscribe button if you want to stay in touch with us, and that bell notification will let you know when we release new videos.
Drop down in the comments too and let us know what games you want us to cover or what games we should check out so we can check them out for you. So, we always love talking to you. It's fun.
Exactly. Until next time though, we will see you later. This is us checking out.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm really sweaty. Is it because we're holding a desert game?
No, it's just really warm in here.
But it's the winter.